Imagine the following scenario. You are about to discover an ultra-rare secret that most men will never know about how to attract women. That's right, knowledge that can change everything. Throughout this video, you will learn not only how to communicate with them, but also how to get inside their minds and make them eagerly await the next time they hear your name. Now visualize yourself talking to a woman. What should you say? How do you keep the conversation flowing? The truth is that many people make a crucial mistake, overthinking what they are going to say. Before we dive into the details, it's time to change your perspective. Remember, she is just a person, just like you. Don't put her on a pedestal just because she is attractive. Moreover, you need to see yourself in a position of value. When you talk to a woman, her mind is evaluating you. Are you the right guy? In this video, we will explore the dynamics of what truly attracts a woman. Her radar is always on, looking for signs of value and interest. Get ready to understand how to generate this connection naturally and engagingly. Change of perspective. It is essential to understand that women are ordinary human beings, just like anyone else. Often, they are placed on pedestals, idealized, and distanced from reality. This creates a barrier that makes true connection difficult. By seeing a woman as a person with her own experiences, challenges, and dreams, communication becomes more authentic and accessible. This allows for a solid foundation of respect and empathy to form. When approaching a conversation, it is important to remember that women have their own stories. They are not just objects of interest or conquests. This change of perspective helps create an environment where both feel comfortable expressing themselves. By treating a woman as an equal, you demonstrate that you are interested in what she has to say, not just in her appearance. This can be a powerful step toward building a more meaningful connection. Additionally, by not idealizing women, you free yourself from the pressure of having to impress them. Instead, you can focus on being yourself and genuinely interested. This authenticity attracts people who value you for who you truly are, creating more sincere and lasting interactions. Thus, the change of perspective not only benefits the relationship, but also promotes an environment of mutual respect. Finally, this approach helps demystify many stereotypes surrounding women. When you see a woman as someone ordinary, it opens up the possibility for dialogues about shared interests, hobbies, and passions. This makes the conversation lighter and more fluid. The connection becomes natural, and emotional barriers dissipate, creating a space where both can explore what they have in common. Understanding attraction. Understanding attraction is an essential aspect of interpersonal relationships. It is important to remember that attraction is not a conscious choice. Often, it is a subconscious response that women have towards certain qualities. This means that even if a man considers himself attractive, real attraction may depend on various factors beyond his control. Recognizing this can help avoid frustrations and misunderstandings. Furthermore, this understanding of attraction can influence the decisions women make. They may feel attracted to someone, but that doesn't mean they will commit immediately. Attraction can be an initial impulse, but building a relationship requires more than that. Men who understand this dynamic can act more sensibly, giving space for the relationship to develop naturally. Another important issue is how attraction can be influenced by behaviors and attitudes. Women tend to be attracted to those who demonstrate confidence and security. Therefore, cultivating these qualities can be more effective than trying to force a connection. When a man acts confidently, he not only attracts attention but also generates respect and interest. Finally, it is essential to remember that attraction is a complex and unique process for each individual. Each woman has her own preferences and experiences that shape what attracts her to a man. Therefore, it is important to maintain an open and honest dialogue, allowing the relationship to develop organically. By doing this, both can explore what brings them together without external pressures. Behavior and body language. Body language plays a crucial role in how people perceive each other. Maintaining a relaxed and comfortable posture can convey a sense of security and tranquility. When a man feels at ease in his own skin, it can enhance his perceived value. Women in general are sensitive to these signals and may feel more attracted to someone who presents themselves confidently. Avoiding signs of neediness or anxiety is equally important. When a man conveys insecurity, it can push a woman away, creating a barrier that hinders connection. Therefore, it is essential to work on self-confidence and how you present yourself. This does not mean being someone you are not, but rather being aware of how your posture and expressions can impact the other person's perception. Additionally, small gestures, such as maintaining eye contact and smiling, can make a big difference. These behaviors show that you are genuinely interested in the conversation and the person in front of you. Open and receptive body language can facilitate a more fluid and pleasant interaction. This helps create an environment where both feel valued and heard. Another tip is to pay attention to the woman's body language. This can offer clues about how she feels about the interaction. If she shows signs of interest, such as leaning forward or playing with her hair, it's a good indication that the conversation is going well. On the other hand, if she seems disinterested or distant, it may be time to change the focus or topic. Finally, working on body language is not just limited to the moment of conversation, it also extends to daily life. Cultivating a confident and open posture in various situations can help create a more positive mental state, thus increasing your chances of establishing authentic connections anywhere. After all, how we present ourselves to the world can greatly influence the relationships we build. Conversation strategy. A good conversation is like a dance, and understanding the dynamics between participants is essential. The 50%, 30%, 20% formula can be a practical guide for you. When we talk about 50%, we are referring to the time you should spend listening and talking about the woman. This means that instead of focusing solely on yourself, you should genuinely be interested in her life, passions, and thoughts. This helps create a stronger connection and shows that you value her opinion. The next step is the 30%, which refers to the environment. Talking about the place you are in, the music playing, or even the weather can make the conversation lighter and more relaxed. This breaks the ice and creates a comfortable space where both can feel at ease. Additionally, this exchange about the environment allows you to explore common interests, which is super beneficial for deepening the connection. Finally, we have the 20% that should be dedicated to you. Here, you can share a bit about your own life, your experiences, and what you enjoy. But be careful. Don't go on too long. The goal is to keep the conversation balanced without monopolizing the dialogue. This shows that you are interesting, but also that you care about giving space for the other person to shine. This structure is not a rigid rule, but rather a guide that can help keep the conversation flowing naturally. The key is to be authentic and flexible, adapting to the rhythm of the conversation. By doing this, you not only demonstrate interest, but also create an environment where the woman feels valued and heard. The power dynamics in a conversation can be subtle but are powerful. When you balance speaking time between the two, you prevent the woman from feeling pressured or disinterested. This balance not only favors the interaction, but also establishes a space where both feel comfortable to open up and share. The importance of listening. Active listening is a fundamental skill in any social interaction, especially when it comes to conversations with women. It's not just about hearing the words, but understanding what they really mean. When you dedicate yourself to listening, you create a trustful environment where the woman feels comfortable opening up. This is vital, as women often want to share their experiences and feelings, and you can be a safe space for that. An effective technique is to ask open-ended questions that encourage the woman to talk more about herself. Instead of asking questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no, try to formulate questions that invite her to explore her ideas and emotions. For example, instead of asking, "Do you like to travel?" try, "What was your most memorable trip and why?" This not only generates a richer conversation, but also shows that you are genuinely interested in her life. Additionally, while listening, pay attention to her body language. Often, facial expressions and gestures can reveal much more than words. If she seems excited when talking about a specific topic, that's a sign that you can delve deeper into that conversation. This attention to detail shows that you value her emotions and experiences, which can further strengthen the connection between you. Another tip is to reflect on what she says. Paraphrasing or summarizing her words can help demonstrate that you are truly paying attention. This not only validates what she is saying, but can also open new avenues for conversation. For example, if she mentions a difficulty at work, you might respond with something like, "It sounds like you really care about this. What do you think could improve the situation?" This keeps the dialogue active and engaging. Finally, remember that silence can also be your ally. Don't be afraid of pauses in the conversation. Sometimes, leaving a blank space gives the woman the opportunity to reflect and add more insights. This technique can be surprisingly effective, as it shows that you are comfortable with silence and confident in your ability to keep the conversation flowing. Elements of mystery. Maintaining an air of mystery is essential in any interaction, especially when it comes to relationships. When you reveal too much about yourself too soon, you may end up losing the other person's curiosity. This doesn't mean you should be dishonest or deceptive, but it's important to leave some things open. Mystery creates a space for the other person to wonder about you, fueling curiosity and interest. One way to cultivate this mystery is by not sharing every detail of your personal life right away. Instead, share information gradually, allowing the other person to discover more about you over time. This can be achieved through stories you tell in pieces, leaving some details for later. This approach keeps the conversation light and engaging, avoiding predictability. Additionally, mystery can be a powerful tool to highlight your qualities. When you don't fully expose yourself, people tend to project their own expectations and interests onto you. This can make them feel more attracted, as they are filling in the gaps with their imagination. This element of uncertainty can be quite seductive and helps create a more intense connection. However, it's important that this mystery is not confused with disinterest. The goal here is to create a balance where you are still present and engaged, but not completely revealing yourself. This requires a bit of skill and self-confidence. If you feel comfortable being a little enigmatic, this can increase your perceived value and make the interaction more intriguing. Finally, remember that mystery doesn't have to be something negative. It can be an invitation for discovery, an opportunity for the other person to feel motivated to get to know you better. When you manage to balance personal revelation and mystery, it can lead to deeper and more meaningful interactions, overcoming tests. In the world of relationships, it's common for women to apply tests to assess a man's authenticity and value. These tests can appear in various forms, such as direct questions about your intentions or situations that challenge your confidence. The important thing is to face these tests calmly and securely, without panicking. How you react can say a lot about who you are. An effective strategy for dealing with these tests is to maintain confidence in yourself. When you feel secure in your qualities and what you have to offer, this shines through in your reactions. Instead of feeling threatened or defensive, take a deep breath and respond thoughtfully. This not only shows that you are mature, but also that you are comfortable with your own identity. Another approach is to see these tests as opportunities for learning and growth. They can help you better understand the woman's expectations and how she relates. Instead of viewing these situations as a challenge, you can use them to strengthen your connection. Talking about what the other person is looking for in a relationship can open the door for a meaningful and authentic conversation. Additionally, it's crucial to maintain a positive attitude. If you react negatively or defensively, this can push the other person away. Instead, keep a light and playful tone. This can disarm the situation and turn a potentially stressful test into a fun and engaging interaction. Humor is a great way to create a connection and show that you don't take things too seriously. Finally, remember that it's not necessary to pass every test without hesitation. Sometimes, showing vulnerability and honesty can be a powerful way to gain the other person's trust. Instead of worrying about overcoming every test, be open and willing to share your insecurities. This can, paradoxically, increase your authenticity and make the woman feel more connected to you. Now that you've learned how to attract her attention, it's time to consolidate all of this. Remember, the key is to be authentic and comfortable with yourself. When you see yourself as someone of high value, this reflects in your posture and how you communicate. But what's next? How do you maintain that connection? Here's a valuable tip. Use strategic silence. When the conversation flows and you pause, it creates anticipation. Women tend to feel intrigued and attracted to men who aren't afraid of silence. So next time you're having a conversation, take a pause. Observe her reaction. What does she do? And moreover, don't forget to play with the situation. Humor is a powerful attraction tool. Make a light joke or comment on something funny about the situation. This not only breaks the ice, but also makes her feel comfortable around you. Now think, what funny stories can you share? And how can you use silence to create a deeper connection? Remember, attraction is a subtle dance, and you are the one leading. So get ready, apply these strategies, and watch how the game of attraction transforms for you.